Now, I know it seems really dark. It is. It seems really depressing, and it is. I want to encourage you, don't hide from that in Ecclesiastes. We spend a lot of our lives with a lot of things that would be discouraging if we stopped and looked at them, and we distract ourselves with shiny colors and flashy toys. That's not better. It might feel better, but it's not better. Solomon isn't saying that this is the right way for a follower of God to view life. He's saying this is what life under the sun, without considering anything beyond this life, this is what life actually is. It's that bleak and that depressing. Solomon's taking you to the right conclusion of thinking that way, not so that you'll go away going, yes, the message from church today, hate life. No. But he's pointing you there so that you'll feel the weight and the darkness, so that you'll go through it to something better. I was reminded of a movie. It's called 13 Lives. It's a story of a soccer team in Thailand. Maybe you remember this story, happened a few years back. They were exploring, the rain started coming in, they kind of went back in the caves. They got chased in by the waters rising in the caves. So they keep going back further and further and further and further in the cave. They end up 2.5 miles from the entrance while the water's still rising. And then they had to get people like, how can we get these kids out? They get these underwater rescue divers who come in, and they go in, I think it's 6 or 7 hours through the water to get to the back end of the cave. And then they have to come 6 hours back out. So a 12-hour dive in to get someone and then bringing them back out with you. If I'm the kid sitting in that cave, I'm in a really terrible position, but going under that water for 6 hours feels like a worse position. Solomon is like a rescue diver. He's come to us in God's word to say, here's the way life really is. And you don't realize how frustrating and empty life really is without something beyond this life until Solomon comes and points it out. And he wants to take you back through the dark waters. And we're like, no, Solomon, that's really depressing. I don't want to think about that. But it's like he's a rescue diver saying, yes, this feels dark and difficult, but the other side is better. That's what Solomon's doing in Ecclesiastes. So don't shrink back and say, no, I'll just stay here in my dark little cave. Instead, swim with Solomon.